Welcome back to Daily Flash. Medical tourism is on the rise. Imagine going to a beautiful beach, sipping on a mojito and being taken care of hand and foot minutes before you get an MRI. It is the new state of medicine. People paying less for health care overseas and turning those doctor's visits into vacations. Joining us to talk about the pros and the cons of medical tourism is Business Insider's healthcare reporter, Manisha Krishnan. Manisha, welcome to Daily Flash.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So, what are some of the key reasons people are opting to undergo medical screenings and treatments while on vacation in countries like Mexico, Thailand, Turkey?
So, the main reasons that I heard were this is sort of considered preventative healthcare, and it's for people who want to make sure that they're healthy. And so they want to get body scans, MRIs, blood tests, ultrasounds done all at once. And the main reason that they're going abroad is because they can do that in a day or two for, around $800 US, as opposed to doing it here where it might take months and also be a lot more costly.
Let's talk about standards. How do the medical facilities and standards in popular medical tourism destinations compare to those in the US and other developed countries?
So it seems like the field has evolved a lot to the point where there's a lot of accrediting agencies, or these international bodies that sort of evaluate these hospitals, even go and visit them and make sure that they're up to par. And the main thing that I heard from everyone was if you're going to do this, make sure you're going to an accredited facility.
What are the most common health screenings and procedures sought by medical tourism? I know you talked about a few. And why are they often cheaper abroad?
So it's interesting because the screening segment of medical tourism is kind of a growing area. Most people are still going abroad for cosmetic surgery, to be honest. But one of the main services that I was hearing offered is something that's called an executive checkup. And it's where you can see, eight different specialists ranging from cardiology, internal medicine, gynecology, all at once, and basically get everything done, get like a cancer free check, for example, done in just one day.
Are the doctors there trained in the US or are they trained in their home countries?
So that was something I didn't look too deeply into, but I know that, for example, one of the hospitals that I spoke to in Mexico City is associated with the Mayo Clinic here in the States, and some of their doctors are trained in the US.
And Manisha, how do medical tourists typically navigate the risks associated with traveling for healthcare, such as follow-up care or even the communication barrier? Sometimes it's hard enough just to
Yeah.
talk to your doctor in English.
So, one of the main things that was sort of included in a lot of these packages is a concierge service. And they will have someone pick you up from your hotel room, take you to all of your appointments that day, translate for you. And then a couple of the hospitals that I spoke to, they'll do multiple follow up appointments. Even when you go back home, they'll check up on you, let's say 3 months later. But of course, it is also important to communicate anything, alarming that you might find to your doctor in the US.
And Manisha, are you paying out of pocket for this, or is there any sort of insurance plan that covers this kind of medical tourism?
No, most of this is paid out of pocket. But then again, a lot of these people in the States either don't have insurance or are maybe underinsured. So the stuff that they're doing abroad, they wouldn't be covered here anyway.
And what impact do you see medical tourism having on local healthcare systems here in the US and thus also on popular destinations like Mexico and Turkey?
That is a super interesting question. And I think it would totally range from country to country because you do see a scenario where maybe medical tourists are going and taking away resources or doctors who would otherwise be serving the locals there. On the other hand, it could be creating new jobs. I mean, it is creating new jobs, and also having this sort of knockoff effect of where people are sort of spending their money and their tourism dollars in that destination.
Manisha, thank you so much. Terrific information there.
Yes.
For more info on medical tourism, head over to businessinsider.com. We'll also have this interview on our website, dailyflashshow.com.